cropstop.com. I've been feeling a little bummed out with all this cold weather, so I decided that I was going to make a summertime card. And July the 4th is one of my favorite holidays, so I decided to make this card. I'm going to be using the Cricut machine and the Stand and Salute cartridge to do the USA, and then I'm going to do some embossing using one of the Crafts to You embossing folders that you can only get at Cropstop. This one is called Stars. I don't know if you can see all the little stars in there or not, but they're all over. So let's get started with first by cutting out the letters on our Cricut machine. The cartridge I'm going to use is called Stand and Salute. It has a lot of military things in there, so those of you who need to do a lot of military scrapbooking or card making, this is your cartridge. What I'm going to use today is the USA. Now your pages are numbered, but I number my pages according to the button that's on my keypad. This one is button number 42, so it makes it easier for me to find. The size I'm going to use is a 2.5 inch. So let's make the USA. I'm going to load up my mat, and I've already set my size at 2.5 and button number 42, and there's 10 in each row, 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, and then over here it will tell me USA. There we go. Well, that's weird, it's got it backwards. Oh, you know why? Because when I used my machine last time, I had the flip button on. Let me take that flip button off. My goodness, my USA would have been backwards. That's something to remember whenever you're using the Cricut. Whenever you use any of the mode buttons, make sure you turn them off, because when you come back, they'll still be on there. All right, she's ready to cut. Let's see what we do here. All right, now we're going to unload it. You know what? That looks a lot bigger than the one I did for my card, so I don't think I did that right. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is huge. Well, you know what? I'm just going to flip it around and we'll cut it again. Alright, I reduced my size down to 1.5, so let's see if this will work better. I'm going to hit the repeat last and cut. Hopefully my paper won't go wiggling off of there. That's starting to look much better. Now there is a product I'll tell you about you can check at Cropstop called Stick Away and Stick and Spray. And that's some product that you can use. Oh yeah, that looks much better. You can use to make your mat sticky again. And Hallie Joe is the only one that you'll be able to find that at right away. She's got that, so let's see how that looks. Oh, that's much better. Alrighty, now let's go over to the Cuttlebug and we're going to be doing our embossing now. Okay, again we're going to use the Crafts to You embossing folder, and it's labeled Stars. And we're going to use an A plate, a B plate, and another B plate on top. I'm going to do the whole card front. There we go, that's that part. And then I want to do the blue and the red so that I can do those as borders. And because they're small pieces, I can put them in there both at the same time. Well, maybe I can't. I should be able to. Let me scoot that up a little bit. There we go. And it's going to stick out, but I'm going to be trimming some off, so I'll be okay. And that'll just save you some time. The one thing I like about these Crafts to You folders is that they really emboss deep, and I like that. I don't know if you can see that very well on camera or not, but boy, it is just really a nice embossed image there. Alright, let's go over to the desk and put this thing together. Let's put this card together now. I'm just going to use my USA letters to kind of measure, and I went ahead and cut across the top using one of my newer Martha Stewart border punches. I don't know if any of you are aware how to do this. Let me just give you a real quick demo. I always start right in the center and I cut it. And then Martha has given us these nice little, I don't know what you call it, the little design on the side to match it up with. So you just pull your little designs over, match them up, clicker, and do the same thing on the other side, right? Which one is it? There it is, right? It's hard to see upside down. There we go. And do that side. So it's perfect every time. So, what we're going to do, again, I'm going to measure just to see how far down. I'm going to put it, be about there. Alright, so let's put this here and here. And I'm going to use my Glue Glider Pro. And stick that on the red. And as I've told you before, I am not one to do a lot of measuring, so kind of hang in there with me. I need to trim this off just a little bit. There we go. And then we want to put that little piece of ribbon around there. And I'm going to use the cheater deal again. just tape this to the back. I love ribbon, but I'm stingy with it. Maybe that's why I'm stingy, because I love it. I don't know. I have lots of different ribbons, and I only like to use a little bit of it on cards. I use quite a bit in my scrapbooking. And this one, I'm going to tie it right in the center. There we go. Trim that off. And again, I'm using the Tonix Tim Holtz scissors. And everything that I'm using today, of course, you can get at Crop Stop, so make sure you check them out. Check out the blog, because there's usually a coupon code on there that you can use. There we go. And we'll bring in the adhesive again. The one thing you want to make sure that you do when you're using adhesive and you've embossed is to do a lot of adhesive, because that embossing is raised. I got a little bit over the edge there. And it won't stick very well if you don't do that. So let me measure here again. Make sure. This card's going together really quick. I'm happy about that. My cameraman, my hubby's happy too, because I go over sometimes. Okay, isn't that cool so far? And all I have to do now is use my two-way zig pen. And again, I use more glue on this than I normally would, because it really doesn't take that much to glue paper. But the embossed areas will make it a little more difficult to stick. Alright. And there we go. USA. There we are. And there's our card. Happy 4th of July in March. Have a great day. Make sure to stop back at cropstop.com. Bye.